another video. Give me a quick moment. I know y'all not here yet. I have to get the YouTube and Facebook and all that other great stuff set up. So give me just a moment. Oh, shit. I'm getting it. A couple of things to talk about. We're getting ready to take a look at the pre-market charts. All right. There's that. That's done. What's up, everybody? Garrett, I see you, buddy. Lake Charles. No shit. Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Denham Springs, actually. A couple miles from Baton Rouge. Net Devils here first. Net, that don't count because we was live on in the Discord. So you knew I was going to be live. How's everybody doing this morning? Wild week coming. Yes, indeed. I need to get off of that. That's DWOC. AMC down 6 cents. Sundial up 0.00001. Mullen down 1 cent. Let's see. I've been pulling up some cool shit. We've been talking. Are you going live during the squeeze? I'm live. I believe the squeeze is about to happen. So when I see this price move, I say, oh, I better go live. You need to be in the Discord. If you're not a member of our Discord, you need to be there. You got to turn on your pre-market. You're only looking at the regular hour trading. So you need to make sure your pre-market is on. I need to get off my 4-hour chart, huh? All right. Boy, they got some shit going on in the world today for us to talk about. Let's see. Is it over on Twitter yet? Let me check Twitter. Let everybody know on Twitter that we're live. This woman says that every morning. Good morning. All right. Yeah, Twitter. Well, I tell you. All right. Yes, there we are. All right. We're on Twitter. Good deal. All right. So, what's happening, everybody? We got 21 people here. Are you stoked for today? Expecting 20 on AMC by Tuesday if Gamma ramps hard. I agree. I said that in the Discord. I believe 1950. I'll take 20. What's going on? Every country is rioting, Garrett says. Yes, and we're going to talk about that in just a few minutes. We got a couple more people. Good morning, Andrew. Ramon. I got a Ramon and a Ramon Jr. We're going to talk about the algos. I'm going to pull up the charts in just a few minutes. Synthetic Wine Prince. What's going on? I hadn't seen you in a while. Shit's going crazy in this world. That's what we've been talking about in the Discord. If you're not a member of the Discord, let me see if I can grab the link real quick. And put it over here for everybody. I think I can pin it. Shit, nobody knows. Adam Aaron is keeping that kind of shit to his chest. And remember, the only source we have on a Disney deal is the guy from Boston. Not saying he's wrong, just that's the only. I mean, Google it. AMC Disney. Let me see. If I can Google it, AMC Disney. There's nothing. I don't see anything. I don't see anything saying Disney and AMC are going into a deal. It's not saying they're not. Just I don't see anything other than the guy from Boston's video on it. But now the thing about the Disney situation is they're saying Disney's going to take our debt. And well, why would they do that? Well, they make deals. They say, we'll take on the debt if you show our movies and Disney Plus premiere movies at AMC theaters, which is what Netflix was wanting to do, if you remember. But we never heard about Netflix again. The elites have made their move. They're making it. They're making it. Shit's fixing to get bad. That's what we've been talking about all morning in the Discord. If you're not a member of the Discord, you should join it. We went over there. We was talking about the China situation and the fact that people are going to the bank and they can't withdraw their money. There's no money there to withdraw. And people are freaking the fuck out. And of course you would freak the fuck out because you're sitting at home, you go to the store, use your debit card, and you can't. So how do you feed your family? It would take us out of debt, and he could issue a dividend, and after a dividend is handed out, which really it wouldn't bring the squeeze either. They just have to pay the dividend, which means it would cost them out their ass. But I mean, there's all kind of things that he can do. If we're out of debt, he could do an NFT dividend, and that would expose the synthetic shorts because you cannot counterfeit an NFT. So the smartest thing, a monetary NFT, they just have to put the money into your account so they can get away with that. But if it's like an NFT dividend, they cannot counterfeit that NFT. There's only so many made. So what happens after it hits the 516 million NFT and people are still hollering about they want their fucking NFT? See? Once the Moaz hits, he's buying a farm, as food will be more valuable than diamonds or money. Yes, it's coming to that point right now. But that's the thing with the Disney deal. And again, we're running with it. That's why I haven't made a video about it. We're running with it, and everybody's asking questions concerning it. But the only source that we have, which doesn't mean he's wrong, is the guy from Boston. And they do have inside information. Do not get it twisted. Those two know somebody, and then somebody is feeding them information. So he's knew if a Disney deal came through, he knew a couple weeks in advance. Really? But then that gives credibility to you, see? If I can give you information 2 weeks in advance, then when I tell you, you better sell, it's fixing to crash, you're going to believe me. People get mad because you're wrong. Beware of the person that's never wrong, because that's when setups happen. People are fed up with the corruption. Yes. But Disney, what is a gamma? A gamma squeeze deals with the options market. So many fucking options have come into the money, and they have to cover those options. They have to produce those 100 shares, if somebody exercises and wants their shares, they have to go into the open market. They have to buy the shares, and then they put the shares into your account, and that causes a squeeze. It's a gamma squeeze. A gamma meaning it's one of the Greeks for options. People will raid their homes. People will raid homes here like they are doing in Sri Lanka. People are fed up with corruption. Yes. I told my dad, here in my house, I don't lock my doors. The front door's got a lock on it. My back door don't even have a workable lock. When I bought the trailer, it didn't come with the key. The poor old woman, she had 2 kids and needed the money, so I helped her out and I got the trailer. But the thing is, now I'm starting to get concerned because when shit goes south, it's going to go south fast. And I'm telling my dad we need to prepare. Go get a couple $1,000s in cash, small bills, 1s, 10s, 5s, 20s, and have that on hand because they're going to want exact change when shit goes bad at a grocery store. You're going to need to produce the correct change, or you're going to give them $20 and they're not going to have change to give you. Net Devil said his door lock is a 357, and we talked about that this morning. The gun that we own is next door. I can get from here to there if I need to. I can't have one here. I don't need one here. I've got that monster sitting right there on the arm of that couch. Somebody come through that door that ain't supposed to. You wish I'd shoot you. If you ever been attacked by a fucking dog, you know I'd rather be shot than attacked by a dog because he's gonna put about 200 stitches in you, huh, man? Little Amy's asleep on her pillow. But yeah, we expect shit to go bad. And I'm gonna tell you something. We was talking about it in the Discord again. Click the link. I got it pinned to the messages. They go in China, they're going. In fact, let me pull up the article. China's regional banks tarnished by allegations of crimes, bad loans, and excessive risk. Hint, oh, I didn't share the screen, huh? Y'all can't see that. Look at this article. China's regional banks tarnished by allegations of crimes, bad loans, and excessive risk. Okay. What happens is these people are going to the ATM machines, going to the bank, and it's closed. They can't get their money, and they're fucking riots, and they're like, bitch, we want our money. How you gonna feed your kids? How you gonna take care of your family? If the banks, because the made some excessive, risky investment decisions. How do you say it? Archegos. I forget how to say it, but you know which one I'm talking about. The Archegos deal went south on them, and then the other one went south on them, and it's just a bad situation over there. But then again, can this happen in America? That's the topic for this morning. And will people start showing up at the banks and saying, "Hey, motherfuckers, we need our money"? Now, there are billions and billions in the hole from bad investments. And now they don't have the money. But here's what I brought up in the Discord was, what happened to the money then? The bank don't have it. Somebody's got the fucking money. Somebody has the money. In this particular case, when I say could it happen in America, absolutely. It's about to happen in America. Why? JP Morgan Chase, Goldman Sachs, Bank of America, These companies have over leveraged themselves so fucking bad that they're fixed to be a point where they don't have no money. Use your debit card or wherever, and you're not going to have why? Because the banks don't have it no more. But then my question is, hell has the money? Somebody has the money. Oh my God. This person here, Bubba Franks, $1 million weekend at the movies. We talked about that in the Discord. We talk about everything in the Discord. We how from all over the country are sending the snapshots of the AMC theaters uh, and how packed they are everywhere. Hunter got Hunter got the money. Yeah. What's happening, Roadrunner? We're just talking about the fall of China right now. And I don't know if I should talk about it. People get fucked up with me. Oh, Lou talked about that. So Lou's the only one that could talk about the financial collapse of China. To see GRU, it was noon showing and 75% was filled. We're in a good position as far as the company's fundamentals are are according to the fundamentals, we're in good standing. Hunter's cocaine ain't gonna buy itself. You know, I was watching a video, it was a little short clip, and it was on Twitter, and it said that Hunter Biden arguing with the hooker over how much crack she gave him or something. And first, it's the image of Hunter turning his phone on. Then the image flips and it's got a scale with a bunch of crack on it. Now, did that happen? Probably. But just because you see it on Twitter doesn't mean, or anywhere else, doesn't necessarily mean it's true. Why? Because they could have taken a clip of Hunter, and then when they switched to the scale, that's not the scale, or that's not what he's showing. He could have been showing his prick, you know, and somebody clips in that is crack on a scale. So I take those as jokes more than I do information. It's pinned to the top of this chat. The link to the Discord is in the chat. But we talked about that. We talked about DWOC this morning. We talked about everything. Let's take a look at AMC real quick. Let me share my screen and get over here to our charts. Because I'm chatting away here with you, and we ain't even looked to see what's going on. All right, we are down 10 cents this morning to 14.53. Sundial's at 33 cents. Mullen is down 2 cents. GameStop is down 62 cents. That's pretty good. Clove, BBIG is up 1 cent. Remark is up 6 cents. I gotta see. I got shit spread out in 5 different accounts. And I gotta look and see which one has what. Remark. There it is. I got Remark right here. Okay. All right, so I'm up 6 cents on Remark. That's not making me a millionaire, but hey, holding on for AMC. What do I see for AMC? I told the Discord when they asked me what to expect for today. I'm a little tired. We've been chatting since 12 o'clock in the Discord. Mondays are pretty much historically red for us. Tuesdays, we bounce back because Tuesdays is really the settlement dates for a lot of stuff. So they are hedging or buying the shares they need probably tomorrow. So I'm not looking for, I mean, I love it. I've showed y'all what the algorithm is doing. But I'm so fucking tired, people. Well, down. Red box, holding the bag on red box like an idiot. Well, we've all done it. Anybody that says that they've never held a bag, but as long as you hold it, there's always a chance for the comeback, which it is. This is one of the shorted stocks, so you can expect red box to bounce back. Or they're going to collapse the banking system so they don't got to pay nobody. Who's got all the money? BlackRock's got the money. Virtue's got the money. State Street's got the money. It's moved from the banks to their accounts. I'm afraid. I'm really worried about the condition of the world. We talked about everything. We talked about the fact of, could there possibly be a war behind all this? And absolutely, because when a country goes broke and they can't take care of their people, they attack another country to take their spoils of the war and care their people with. No, I've never looked at XRP. I've got so much shit going on. Live, you learn. Boy, if I pulled up my transaction histories and showed y'all, they're going to go to war. Yes, they're already threatening America. They've told America, back the fuck up off Taiwan. They want Taiwan, and we better not get in it. That was just released yesterday. So now, with a strong president would say, well, go ahead and try to take that motherfucker. But then this president will probably say, well, go ahead. We didn't like Taiwan anyway. Yes, the New World Order is just about here. And it's not a nice world order. So what y'all want to talk about this morning? I was reading this article. Let's see, what is it? Still 13 down right here, which is cool, because with gaps down, they have to come back, or most of them, they fill the gap. There's a phrase called fill the gap. So if there's a gap right here, that means the stock's going to want to push back up into this box and close that gap. So we'll be watching for that. Down 13 cents, no big deal. But the China situation has got people concerned. And if you're not concerned, you should be. Because what you see going on, where they are beginning to protest peacefully, and the police are coming in and putting them down. But there's going to come a time when somebody's stomach starts to hurt from being hungry, that Revlon, I'll check it in just a second, that when your stomach starts to hurt or you see your child hungry, you're no longer a peaceful protester, mother. We want answers. We want our money. That's what's coming. And then, like I said in the beginning, over here, Bank of America, Goldman Sachs, Morgan Stanley. It's just a citadel. I mean, it's bad, people. It's bad. Everybody wants MOAS. But when the MOAS happens, and it's something I've always said, you have to be careful, because get your money, get out, and get ready. Yes, I made a video about wind pounce. That devil, you ain't watching my videos. I said, one person said, hey, read between the lines, 1, 2, 3, it means 123. And I'm like, well, he said 4 too. 1, 2, 3, 4. So is it 1,234? I'd love that. But get ready for hard times, people. It's coming. Um, right now, our focus is on becoming millionaires, but you're going to need that money. Revlon. Let me check Revlon real quick. Why ain't Revlon in my shorted stocks? Hmm. Revlon's not moving. No movement on Revlon as of right now. I had an idea. I want to get y'all's opinion on people we got here. 66. Stop sharing so I can come over here and talk to y'all. I'm thinking I could do a live stream like this, share the screen, which would be the AMC on the trading view chart that has the algorithm outline, and everyone could check in on the channel every now and then to see. Yeah, Revlon shorted big time. I mean, nobody shorted as much as GME and AMC, but yeah, Revlon's a shorted stock. That's how I got into it. People need to stock up on emergency food and MREs. Yes. I mean, the MREs, there's nothing wrong with MREs. MREs are pretty fucking good. These are not your old Army MREs today. They got a thing in there, you pop it, and it fucking heats the pack up, and you have hot food right there. Soon to be carry out once the MOAS hits. I got to tell you about it in the Discord. Yeah. I'm thinking of a sandwich shop, sort of like a Subway. I don't think I want to get into the Subway franchise, but um, I want to open a little sandwich shop. Why? Because making sandwiches is a whole lot easier on me. The checkmate. Oh, the chuckmate. Well, share it with us. Tell us what you think it is. I mean, me, when I seen it, the first thing I noticed was he has one piece while they have many pieces. So he's going to play them. Let me write this down. 28. Elon tweet. He's got one piece on the chessboard and they have all their pieces. So he's telling them, you know, my mama used to do that with me when I played her chess when I was a kid. She was teaching me how to play chess. She'd take her queen off the board. Well, in this particular case, Elon only has one chess piece on the board. And they have all their pieces. So he's trying to send a message saying that's how good he is at this game. Now, what's going on with Twitter? Twitter is suing Elon to force him to buy the company. And I seen that tweet too. I should have screenshotted it. I don't think I did. Where he wants to buy Twitter and they don't want him to buy Twitter. And then all of a sudden they want him to buy Twitter and he don't want to buy Twitter no more. And now they're going to force him. They're suing him in court. Now he's saying, y'all have too many fake accounts. And like I shared with everybody in the Discord, into the comments, that for the ad revenue and for revenue, for fucking money. But, and 200 million of them are bots or fake accounts. Well, what that means is that's how much revenue that he's anticipating is going to be worth for him owning Twitter. But now, since there's 200 million fake accounts, he can't make no money off a fake account. So he kills the deal because they won't tell him how many fake accounts there really are. So now, what happened? They sue him. Guess what he gets to do in discovery? He gets to ask for them, they have to prove in court how many fake accounts they have. So he let them make the move into court, and now he's going to get the discovery of however many fucking fake accounts there are. That's exactly what I think it means too. Chuck is so strong he can beat you with only one pawn piece in chess. He's saying the same thing. He's so good at this game, he's laughing at him and saying, I'm going to take all my pieces off the board and I'm still going to beat y'all's ass. And I think the key there is that now that it's going into court, they're going to have to prove, because he's going to make the allegations of fake accounts, and they're going to have to prove that there's not fake accounts or a certain number of fake accounts. I mean, what happened? It was, no, we're going to sue to keep you from buying Twitter. To now you got to buy Twitter. It's a beautifully orchestrated game that they're playing, that he's playing with them. My dad, we're watching the news yesterday, and my dad said, I'm so sick of hearing about Twitter and Elon Musk. And I'm like, just because you don't know the story, Dad. Keep up with the story and know that it's a chess game being played between billionaires. Did y'all see what Trump said about Elon? Trump called Elon a bullshit artist. I said, now how am I supposed to act? Two of my favorite people in the whole wide world are going to beef with one another. Yes, they've already froze them. That started already. It's not today. It'll be freezing probably more today, but I just pulled up the articles. Let me see, for those that are just coming in. Got this one. And I want to bring another point concerning this China situation. Bad loans. Okay. Now, not issuing loans with no credit checks. We went through all that in 2008. They were giving everybody a fucking house. But another concerning loaning is what I've been concerning Virtue, State Street, and the rest of them. Everybody's focus, and it's like a magician who wants to, do the sleight of hand thing, and then everything. I can't do it, but there's nothing there. But they distract you. It's the art of distraction is the key to magic. And for over a year now, they've had us focused on the short sellers. Why is that doing that? They've had us focused on short sellers when it's not the short sellers, people. I've said it a dozen times. It's not the short sellers. That's the problem here. You can put your money against a stock if you want to. You can bet against it and you can bet for it. Now, they went short on AMC and we went long on AMC, and we're going to see how this game finishes playing out this week, I think. And the thing about it is, the problem is not short sellers. The problem is the lenders. People have loaned out more shares than are in existence. The short sellers get the shares from Virtue. Virtue doesn't have the shares, but they keep loaning. Oh, I need another 500,000 shares. People say, where are these shares coming from? The lenders are loaning out shares they don't have. A year's worth of emergency food. Elon timed that tweet such that it may impact DWOC in post market and regular market today. Yeah, but what does Elon's Twitter deal have to do with DWOC? I can't find a connection. Zombie accounts to keep them from being margin called. Boss Blunts tweeted about it too. Two types of margin calls. What I do when I'm talking to y'all, I look at the time there and I write down the topic that I'm talking about so I can go back and do a quicker edit. Two types of margin calls. Number one, the stock they are shorting goes up. It goes up a percentage, and so they get the call from the lender saying, you shorted AMC at 30 or 14, and now it's at 19. We need more money. The second type of margin call, which nobody focuses on, I coined the phrase, I don't know if it's real or not, but a collateral margin call. For example, Twitter. Twitter fell 30% last week. Now, if Twitter is being held as collateral for the borrowed shares of AMC, then they're going to get a call from their bank saying, hey, that Disney stock y'all gave us to hold for you as collateral for the AMC loan? Yeah, it's down 30%, dog. We need 30% more money. You got to keep it even. So they say, okay, here's some Apple. So they'll put Apple in there to make up the difference in the collateral package. Then they take the Apple and it falls 20% this week. They're going to get a call. Your collateral package is below the minimum, so we need you to put something else up. That's what I call a collateral margin call. The other margin call, which everybody focuses on, is when you short the stock and it runs up, and that's what everybody's waiting on. AMC to run up. If we can hit, what does the guy from New York say, 20, 25, then the shorts will have to cover because they'll be getting margin called. They'll have to return their shares. I believe they're already returning shares. They are. I'm not just going to say that. I believe it. I know it. I know they're getting recalled. And you're like, well, Ortex data doesn't show any significant change in that. That's because Ortex is full of shit, people. They are getting recalled. Why? Because when they borrowed the shares, the interest rate may have only been 1.5%, 2%, whatever. But now as utilization hit 100% and there's not as many shares to borrow or loan out, the bank is going to recall those shares and then they'll loan them out again at what? A higher price, a higher interest loan. So it behooves the banks to recall the shares now so that they can pay me what you owe me now, and then I'll reloan you the shares. But you have to give me my shit back now. I believe that's happening already. What's funny is if you ask Alexa, is AMC merging with Disney, she makes a lot of sense. rockets, task, Alexa, apes. It's shocking how much sense it makes. I don't have an Alexa, which, I mean, Alexa listens to you, but then again, this is listening to you all the time. I could sit and be talking to my dad. He wanted a walker that it's a little black walker that has a seat where he could sit down. If he's walking too far, he could sit down and rest. We're talking about that walker. And now, all on my phone, I get the advertisements for it. On Facebook, I get the advertisements for it because the phone was listening. Your TV listens. If you have a smart TV, for the lengths of these live streams, you could snip a lot of clips to pump out a lot of shorts. Just answering the questions you do. I'd love to see you hit 100K subs. I get one of those silver plaques. Oh, and get one of the silver plaques. They get a silver plaque for that? I didn't even know it, to be honest with you. I wish I had 100,000 subscribers, but I wish I had 100,000 subscribers for the different reason that most YouTubers would want 100,000 subscribers. If I have 100,000 subscribers and only 10% of the people watch a video, that's 10,000 views. So you make a lot of money. Make $1,000 a video. I would want 100,000 subscribers so I could reach more people with the message. Not only the AMC message and what's going on, but after AMC squeezes, I'm still going to be around, and we're still going to be talking about world events, and we're going to be talking about biblical events, apocalyptic, however you can say it, events. And I believe that my audience is going to be interested in hearing what we'll be talking about then too. But now's not the time. For everything there's a season, and it's not time to go there yet, which I've talked about it before, is that BlackRock is the head of the snake. And being a global bank, they dominate the world. Do you not think BlackRock is hurting right now? They're bleeding bad. They were so deep in Russian and Chinese bonds and shit. I don't even care to get there, Roadrunner, except for the fact that I could reach that many more people with the message. The message of, same message I'm giving y'all this morning. If you have access to money in the bank, you need to cash up. Because if they're doing it in China, Bank of America, Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan Chase, they're going to collapse. Fidelity, they're going to collapse. Now, do I mean, will all of them collapse? Yeah, I'm pretty sure. He's like, when I first said that, I remember when I first said that, people, boy, did people give me shit. Fidelity could never crash. They control too much pension funds. There will be no such thing as a pension fund when the shit hits the fan. Yes. Yes. With China's money situation, does that mean their bonds are worthless? Yes. With Archegos falling, and what was the other one that fell? Archegos, and I get so much shit in my head I can't remember everything. But two of the main ones, when they fell, their bonds become worthless. They're no good. So that means the money tied or the banks tied to them that are invested in them bonds are worthless. So you're about to hear about it. It's coming probably this week. What I'm worrying about, I need this squeeze to happen before that happens so that we can get our money before the banks banks collapse, how does our money? Give us our mo-ass money. Don't make a fuck if AMC goes to $1 million. If the bank ain't got the money to give you, they'll make deals with us. They'll be making digital coins to pay us in, if that's true. Digital token for AMC if they move the debt like we talked about earlier. The domino effect, thanks to the ape army. I'm not going to say it's not the ape army's fault. It's their fault for becoming so over leveraged. All right. I was going to be on for an hour. We're at 45 minutes. Matt. Oh, Matt's here. Matt. Shit. I got to talking, bro, and forgot. Let me shoot over here real quick and give you the link. Matt found some stuff on the SEC. So let me shoot over here. I forgot to send the links out to people. Why didn't y'all remind me to send Matt the link? Ape versus Wall Street. Froggy Styles. Froggy's always sleeping at this time of the morning. There ain't no use of me sending. Should I send an invite to Al from Boston? Fuck it, let's do it. If Al from Boston come on, I'd shit. Country Pride, let's sing country. I already know the Massalorian's setting up his new studio, so he's been busy. He's not going to be able to join us. But so now let's see. I've sent them out. Let's see. Matt, the invite is sent to you. Putin and the UK. I just heard a noise. I was just about to tell y'all. I heard a noise outside. Come here, Boom. And Boomer alerted me. You're a little late, son. I heard it 2 seconds before you. Putin and the UK. I mean, what about Putin and the UK? I know in the UK, Boris just stepped down. That was a big thing. Jay, that's been my question all along. If the brokers collapse, how will we get paid? People say, and got excited, used to get excited about this firm here just got, which one of them just got a $850,000 fine? What's happening, partner? Somebody just got an $850,000 fine. And people were excited about that. And I'm going, no, don't get excited about these motherfuckers, the SEC, taking or fining these banks and brokerages. Why? Because they're taking our money. So now that particular bank now is $850,000 less that they can give us because they had to pay the SEC and the fine. So fuck the fines. Quit fining them. If you want to do something, make them pay us. That's what you do. They passed a new policy, and I knew when they passed it, I said it then, and I'm saying it now. They raised the position that if they was to catch State Street, which is the number 3 bank, State Street is caught, and they have been caught swindling $10 billion, then they can fine them 100% of whatever crime they had committed. So if they stole $10 billion, the SEC can fine them $10 billion. And when they passed that, I said, oh no, do not do that. You're taking money from us now. When they fine them, they take their money from us. That's common sense. What's happening, Matt?
What's up,
what you got for
us this morning? Just listening to you to spit facts, man. Just sending you the facts.
Yeah. I don't want them fining.
Oh, hell no. Man,
I don't want them. I want them to pay me.
no, you're not kidding, man. Sooner or later, hopefully, right? So I found some interesting stuff, man. I found some interesting stuff.
Mhm.
I'm going to try to see if I could explain this to your audience a little bit, but you know what, like the revolving door is, right? Where there's always
Mhm.
one person on top of the next that's always attached to the next. So it's kind of the same thing. Do you remember, what was it, Monsanto? So Monsanto is actually the one that is involved with agriculture, that was involved with our food. So they would take the Roundup or the glyphosate and they would spray it on the food, right? And
Mhm.
so what was happening is there was something going on. I'm just going to kind of base this around the whole situation that I'm going to come to with this Hester situation that we're talking about with AMC.
Oh, Esther.
Oh yeah, yeah. So basically, Monsanto was modifying the food, GMOs, as it were. Right around the time, I think it was when Obama was in office. Do you remember when they announced gay marriage for the first time?
Mhm.
Right around the same time, they signed the exact same date, actually, and it did not get any mainstream heading or anything. They signed a bill called the Monsanto Protection Act. So the Monsanto
Mhm.
Protection Act actually made intellectual properties out of the next door neighbor's yard. And the way they did that is the modified seeds, if they were to blow over in the Farmer John's from Farmer Bill's farm,
Mhm.
that became their
Mhm.
intellectual property. And then they
Oh.
Yeah, so they took that to court. Well, guess what? Who was the person that was actually the judge? Well, it was somebody that worked for Monsanto. They threw that shit out right away. So that's pretty much where I'm going with this. Have you heard of Wilmer, Cutler, Pickering, Hale, and Dorr LLP? So it's a law firm, okay? This law firm seems to be connected to a lot of Security and Exchange Commission people, but as well as Citadel. All right. And Hester actually worked for this company before she was appointed over there with the SEC. It's interesting to note. But on top of that, you also have got Dan Brokovitz. I don't know how to pronounce it, Brokovitz, but he was the Counsel of Security and Exchange Commission at one point. Guess where he works now?
Where?
Citadel. So
So you leave the SEC and you go work for Citadel.
exactly.
So common sense would tell you that if you were in the SEC, you were working with fucking Citadel to begin with.
Right. You would think so, right? You would think so. But here's the interesting part. This is where it gets interesting as well. So then you have banks that paid up to $2 million, as well as Citigroups and Citadel, to some guy named Stephen LaPero. Okay. Now, LaPero was hired as general counsel of Citadel, also worked for the Security Exchange Commission. You can't make this shit up, dude. You
You
can't make
can't.
this
You
shit up.
really can't make this shit up.
Revolving
Stephen King
door.
could not have written a book this fucking good.
I'm telling you, bro. I did this in 30 minutes. I was trying to hurry up and get it on the show so you could kind of like throw it out there to the audience. But yeah, that's what's going on. I'm gonna keep looking into this shit, man.
As you asked me, did I know about that? Uh, no, I didn't know about it because there's so much information. I believe it was you that made the comment, or it was Chris that made the comment in the Discord. Every document he reads leads him to 10 more.
Yeah, it does.
And then if that's true, then those 10 documents are going to lead you to 10 other documents in each one. So now you got 100 documents to read. And
Yep. Yep.
it can get so, your face.
Well, they call it the revolving door, man. Keeps going and going and going.
Yeah. Uh, can you speak on the fact that they will need more time to process transfers, to which may in turn limit FOMO unless people have money to buy in exchange already? Just best to get your shit ready. Yeah. I keep almost $1,000 in brokerage accounts for quick buys.
Mm-hmm.
For like if If Mullen was to run up to 6 and I sold, well, when it falls back down to 2 in a quick volatility move, you can't use those uncleared funds. So I keep funds in there so that I always have some money ready for if it runs up and I sell. If it falls back down, like what Revlon did the other day, I've got money in there to where I can purchase more Revlon. Let me read this again because this is important. Can you speak on the fact that they will need more time to process transfers? I can speak on that. It's called ACH. Now, I'm not sure who, I think it was Chris again. Chris is an amazing DD guy. He goes and finds some research. But ACH means the automated clearinghouse. It's where, like, for example, you have direct deposit from your work. All right. They tell the ACH sends the money to your bank account, and then they have a certain amount of time to where they have to send the money back to the ACH because ACH covered that transaction. I worked 40 hours and they got to give me my paycheck, and it's direct deposited at 5 o'clock in the evening. But it hasn't cleared yet. Well, the clearinghouse is okay in the money to go to you. Therefore, once, say, for example, you work at Popeye's Chicken, Popeye's Chicken then sends the money and settles out the transaction. But the ACH will go ahead and send you the money, see, and clear that transaction. Well, or at least that's my understanding at the moment. They just changed the limit for the automated clearinghouse. It used to be 100K. Now it's 2 million. So now they can settle a transaction up to $2 million same day. So if the MOASH was to happen, if the MOASH would have happened, your broker could not have given you more than $100,000 at that time because that's all the clearinghouses would give you or front them. Now they've increased it to 2 million. So if the MOASH happens, you can get $2 million cleared back into your brokerage account right then within 24 hours. So they're not going to be able to, none of that. I don't know who's doing it. Somebody's putting the dick to these people, these financial institutions, all these new rules. I know we're upset, we're frustrated, but somebody's working behind scenes, passing the laws and getting everything ready for this to pop. In fact, let me look and see what the price is. $14.50 down 16 cents. Which, if it's not going to pop in the pre-market, I believe you can go ahead and take a nap for the rest of the day. But I think we're going to run 18 or 19 in the next day or two.
Jesus.
I really believe it.
Hey, let's hope so, man. So what are you thinking about as far as like on open? Do you think they're going to try to drop it on open? Or do you think they're going to wait till the end?
Well, have you studied your chart from January and June?
Yeah.
What happened? That motherfucker run up in the pre-market.
Yep.
And then right before opening bell.
Yep.
So that's why I keep shares in Moo and I keep shares in Weeble, because those are two pre-market ones that I have. I've got the other brokerages, but I can't transact them till 8:30.
Are you doing DRS at all?
No.
I know Froggy's been talking a lot about that. And my question was if you know anything about it as far as like the limit selling on it, because I'm hearing different things that you cannot limit sell on computer share.
There's a couple of things that I've heard about it. One of them is that it's slower to be able to transact it.
Okay.
If you DRS'd it. Now I don't know because I haven't studied that.
Right.
I don't care about it. I know a lot of people make issues of DRSing and stuff like that, and that's how we keep them from shit.
Right.
loan our shares out and shit, but or get an accurate share count and shit. And listen, this thing's gonna pop.
It's gonna pop.
Whether I'm sitting in this chair or that chair or laying on the couch, it's gonna happen.
I agree.
And it has nothing to do with me DRSing my shares. Now there is a big thing going on right now concerning GameStop.
Yeah.
And them, because they've been DRSing for a while, for the whole year and a half, and they've got a lot of shares DRS'd.
I was hearing something about that, as a matter of fact. So you think GameStop's going to run the same way then tomorrow?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh Lord! I was about to tell y'all, get ready for Boomer. I hear a cat outside.
Yeah.
I hear a cat meowing outside, and I knew Boomer was gonna wake up. Come on, now you done woke up Amy. She's pregnant.
Oh, really?
So I'm gonna have a bunch of little baby Amy's.
You name him AMC?
Yeah.
Moas?
I might, if it's a boy, if she has a little boy one, I'll name it Jimmy.
Okay. Jimmy.
That way I got Jimmy and Amy.
That's a good idea. Hey, I heard what you were talking about Russia and everything that was going on over there. I'm hearing from multiple people that the prices of food is going to drastically go up. But I'm also,
Why?
I don't know.
Why?
I don't know. I'm not hearing why. That's the question.
Well, supply and demand, no cash.
Yeah.
So prices go up.
Yeah. I mean,
if they shut down Bank of America, Morgan Chase today, and we couldn't get our money, the price of food and shit goes up. Why? Because there's less money on the market, so they know that the food is worth more.
Well, I've been hearing also they were the main supplier of wheat, is what I've heard, and that was another issue that they were having because the cattle eat the wheat, and that makes them fat, and we eat those steaks. So there was a lot around the time that this was happening. There was a lot of cattle dropping dead because they weren't able to feed them.
The cattle died. The sheep died. We've had 14 at my last count processing plants burned down.
That's crazy.
All right,
man.
come on, man.
That's weird.
Coincidence, my ass.
No, definitely
They're
not.
causing a food shortage.
I heard also that Russia is regulating electricity of the UK. I don't know if you've heard anything about this. I was going to look it up. I forgot exactly who told me about this, but I could not believe that shit. Something's going on regarding the UK and Russia, and they're doing something with their power.
Well, what about America? If you want to talk about that, they've already put the message out that prepare yourself for rolling blackouts.
Yeah.
All right. Whole fucking grids shut down. And they're saying, oh, it's because so many people are using electricity. Say, listen, y'all are some piss poor management if you are not anticipating summer coming and more people running their goddamn air conditioning.
Yeah.
Milk is $6 a gallon there. It is here too. I went to go get my dad feeds gumbo. Gumbo don't eat nothing but rotisserie chicken. So I got to go to Walmart every third day and go pick up gumbo, a rotisserie chicken, and a bag of cheese. And the last time I went, I told my dad, I said, man, Steve Ducey on Fox News said rotisserie chicken was up to $12. And my dad was like, yeah, that's in New York. I'm like, yeah. But I just went and bought a rotisserie chicken day before yesterday, and it was $9. Up from $5. I used to get them for $5.
Right.
So it's almost 100% increase.
I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah,
Excuse me.
everything. You know what?
I'm gonna block my camera for a second and take my medicine. If I do it on camera, YouTube will censor my video. Hold on a second.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, you'll be surprised. Oh, that's another thing. The SEC is moving to block YouTube content concerning stock market.
I could see that. They're going to sit there and they're trying to say it's manipulation, right? That you're coaxing.
That's why it's important, no matter who you follow, who you want to follow. I mean, if you want to follow Satan, I don't care. But you need to be a part of Satan's Discord, so that if YouTube starts censoring to where we can't promote or talk about our favorite stocks, at least you're in Discord somewhere. In this particular case, I've got it pinned to the chat.
Okay. You know what you should do? If they do start censoring you, make a video talking about your Discord and how to get to it. And then say Amy.
Well, that's another thing. People, you're not laying on that baby, are you? Okay. I thought Boomer was laying on top of Amy. He's laying on her pillow. He gets so jealous. What'd we say? I just forgot what we said.
We were talking about Discord if YouTube starts censoring everybody.
Yes, YouTube is not going to let SEC is not going to let us talk about stocks like openly like we've been talking about. I've got a message about it already.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
They're not saying when it's going to start. They're just saying that they're fixing to put an end to that shit.
That's bullshit.
It is. It's bullshit because they could pick up their phone, but then again, they're on their asses too. If you remember, they jumping in and they're confiscating all their phones because they're using, what is that dating app? Grindr or Tinder or whatever one it is, where they were communicating through that app with one another on what their buys and sells were going to be.
Shit.
So, but you're going to have to shut down the Discords then, because that's where we go.
That's ridiculous, man. That's censorship. Jesus, man. I don't get this shit. I mean, you have Gasparino that could sit up there and talk all this fucking mad shit and use his platform to pull people out of the fucking market with AMC GameStop 24/7, and they don't do shit.
Asperino and you got Jim Cramer. Now, here's the difference. Yeah. Here's the difference between them two and me as a YouTuber.
Yeah.
They went to school and college. They are financial advisors.
Right.
Bad ones, but they are. And the guy from New York made the comment concerning, the guy from that's working at a pizza joint is going to tell me, make videos and say I'm wrong. And I've been living this life all my life and blue. Listen, I don't fuck where you work. You can work at a Sonic. You can work at a Popeyes. You can work at a Walmart. If you've been in this play for a year and a half and you've done research, like I said in the Discord, I'm going to have a fucking master's degree in finance by the time this shit's over with, because I never heard of what a ACH is. So I got to go research it. Well, that's your third year of college in finance to learn what a automated clearinghouse is.
Yeah.
So it makes no difference where you work. If you do your homework and you become smarter, I just call bullshit out and he gets mad at it. Especially, he's never addressed me. The guy from Boston did. The guy from Boston called me a meth head.
Did you call the hell out?
Y'all gonna listen to that meth head? And I had to let him know these were knocked out in prison yard fights, motherfucker. Keep it up. I know where Boston is.
Oh, that's good, man. There's so much stuff.
Just do the opposite. They got a whole Net Devil set. They got a whole channel, blog, and everything called the Cramer Effect. Whatever Jim Cramer says is gonna go south.
Oh yeah.
Jon Stewart has an amazing video where he's just smashing fucking Jim Cramer and showing how he's wrong. He tell you, buy whatever that bank was, and then 2 days later, the stock crashed. Well, I mean, I'm tell you what, I consider that market manipulation.
Clear.
You've convinced me. You've convinced me. I am watching a professional stock market and business news channel, and you tell me, and every one of your calls is bad. That's manipulation. All right, I want to end this real quick, unless you got something specific you want to talk about.
I mean, there's so much stuff going through my head because there's so much
I
stuff.
know, me too. Me too. And I try to take notes to talk about. Let me see where we at with AMC is still at down 16, so it's not moving. Which by this time, if AMC hasn't moved, then I pretty much can be assured to squeeze it in today. Because now that don't mean I don't expect the squeeze to happen like that.
Of course not.
We step it up. We're gonna step it up to 15, 18, 25, up to 50. Then we wake up and it's going to be 200. I mean, that's my belief, according to my chart.
When do you think they're going to put on the breakers? At what point? Because we know it's coming.
It's hard to say because you know they have a breaker for if the stock falls a certain percent, right?
New York Stock Exchange. Yeah.
Right. If it falls like 10%, they'll put a breaker on. Why didn't they break it when it fell from 72?
See, and that's what I've always asked myself.
No breaker.
Nope.
So you can pull the switch whenever you want to.
They did that with GME. I want to say 2 months ago or something. They did it 5 fucking times. 5 times, dude. I couldn't believe.
And they never set the breaker off.
No.
And I mean, what can we do? And if somebody was to file a lawsuit against the SEC for allowing that, then you get shit from the people of the community saying, "Oh, you're gonna get us delisted." Say, listen, when are you gonna wake up to the fact that what difference does it make? Do you realize they can stop this stock today for up to 30 days?
Yep.
When they pull the plug for 30 days, you're going to be mad, but you hadn't done anything about it. You know, sue these motherfuckers.
So
they don't have a problem suing Cat Stryker.
Nope, clearly not. But they fucked up because they sent that shit out, that cease and desist, right when it came out. The SEC released that paperwork saying that King Griffin did officially fucking lie, that was awesome.
All right. Since I have not started any controversy for a while, I've been good. I'm going to go ahead and get a little controversial to close out the video. And that way, yeah, what you going to say? I'm going to give y'all my top 5 YouTubers that I watch for news concerning AMC.
Oh, shit.
Now, to be fair, I watch more than 5, but when it comes down to who I trust, and they're not going to be watching, I'm going to have to send them this clip. But my number 1 YouTuber that I trust, and I believe you can trust, as far as telling you the truth, who's not on a payroll, who honestly cannot be connected to any kind of scandal, is Tony DeNaro. You can trust his DD because Tony, I've seen Tony will call Jesus out if he knows Jesus is wrong. So I trust Tony. Tony's called me out. Tony's called almost everybody out. If your DD is wrong, Tony's going to correct it and say, listen, he may not call you out specifically, but he's going to make a video showing the truth. For example, I talked about the automated clearinghouse. And if he sees this video and I said something wrong and that it needs clarification, Tony will put a video out. Now, that don't offend me. That helps me grow. So Tony D is definitely a person you can trust. Number two, the number two person on my list is there because he's a no bullshit kind of guy. He's got good DD. I disagree with him on his price scale for AMC, but that's irrelevant. We can disagree and be respectful to one another.
Mm.
Frankie Muhammad. If you have not heard of Frankie Muhammad, write the name down, put him in YouTube, and check him out. He's going to tell you the truth, and he's going to call bullshit. Most of the time, he's calling bullshit out. If somebody is saying something or causing division in the community, he will call them out on it. And as far as now, due diligence, Tony DiNardo, you can trust Frankie to tell you the truth always. And that's what it really boils down to me is who's going to tell me the truth?
Yeah.
I don't sugarcoat shit to make me feel good. Because, see, I see somebody saying Lou in the chat. When I get to my 5, we'll see if Lou's on the list. But Frankie Muhammad, number 2. No bullshit, straight to the point, encouraging individual AMC ape. Number 3, a lot of people may disagree with this particular YouTuber. I made a video about him, and one individual commented, when was I going to apologize for slandering Thomas James? Because I made a video concerning Thomas James promoting Moo. Now, before I went and opened my Moo account, I did my research, and according to their website, they're a payment for order flow company. So he says Moo's not a payment for order flow. I go to the website, and the website says it is.
Yep.
So I made a video concerning that. I called him out on it. What does he do? He calls me out in his next video, and he says, you're looking at the 2019 terms of service. Moo was a payment for order flow in 2019, but they've changed their status there. They are no longer a payment for order flow according to their 2022 terms of service. Well, I left it alone. I didn't want to get into it anymore. But since people were commenting, wanting to know when I would apologize, here's the apology. Thomas James is number 3. Some of his stuff is clickbait, but he has the news, up-to-date news, like no other YouTuber. The problem that me and him ended up having with Moo was Moo's fault. It wasn't his fault for promoting Moo and saying they weren't payment for order flow, and it wasn't my fault for saying they were a payment for order flow, because according to their website, they were.
That's sketchy.
Now, after I made my video and Thomas corrected me, guess what they did on their website?
They changed it?
They updated it. They updated it to show the 2022
Nice.
terms of service. They are no longer a payment for order flow. So was I wrong? No, because I went to the source, and the source told me they were. Now, would I be wrong if I said it today? Yes, I would be wrong, because they've updated their website now, and they show that they're not a payment for order flow. So I opened a Moo account, and I have AMC shares in there. I opened it up. I got the free share. I transferred the free share. I sold it and bought AMC with it. So Tony D, Frankie Muhammad, Thomas James for the news, Tony D for the DD. He's not necessarily going to be up to the date. He's more of a teacher. Thomas James is more of a news anchor for AMC. So I watch him for the news. Number 4, and I really have no other reason for liking this man. He has a tremendous channel. He needs more followers. His Boston accent. Just love it. I just love. That's why when Al says he's from Boston, he don't have a Boston accent. Massalorian does. I
Yeah.
love the Massalorian. I when I first started making my rounds in the YouTube arena, I found Massalorian. I was invited on his show a few times. Um, he's a really nice guy. He brings the community together in a live stream, and usually he's riding with Tony. So the two of them together is where it's like a nucleus of where we can go for encouragement and for news and just chat. And I've noticed one thing about it is a lot of people are not really paying as much attention to the live stream as they are chatting with one another, which I think is important too. So the Massalorian and that Boston ass accent he's got, he ranks number 4, simply because he rallies the community together. See, each one of the people on this list, they serve a function. It's not confirmation bias to me. I don't want you to, I'm not going to watch you simply because you agree with me. I'm going to watch you for content that can help me. Well, we're down to number 5. And I'm seeing names flip, boy. I see Boss Blunts. I see CSI. CSI. I wouldn't. Big Ons. I mean, I see all these names that are coming up. I'm be honest with you. I don't watch them guys. I do. I've tried watching them, and I'm not going to get into the reasons why they didn't make the list. But the number 5 YouTuber, again, it goes back to simply because he is like a news anchor for AMC, and that's New York Angelo. Again, I kind of like his appearance on the screen. He has a cool ass accent, and he's going to put out newsworthy videos. Are some of them clickbait? Yeah, I got to admit, some of them are clickbait, but most of the time, his news is on target. Now, I would have more faith that New York Angelo told me that Disney and AMC were working together for a merger before I would the guy from Boston. But simply because Angelo, he's never put out a news report that I could find wrong. So for the news, I watch New York Angelo and I watch Thomas James. To help rally the community together, I watch Massalorian and I watch Frankie. And for my good DD that I can count on that's going to be right, who's going to explain what margin calls are, what a clearinghouse is, Tony D is probably the best teacher for AMC. Now, I know some people didn't make the list. Some of your favorites didn't make the list. But you need to understand why you like a particular YouTuber. Are you liking the YouTuber because they agree with you? That's the worst example of following somebody there is. Because when they're wrong, you can't admit they're wrong because they become your favorite.
Yeah.
I've watched 8 Nation Wheel. It's just there's so many people. I mean, I could have made a list of 15 that I watch.
Can I cause some controversy for a minute?
Just real quick, let me address this comment.
Yeah, go ahead.
And she's right. Michelle said, CSI, you tell it in plain English. That is my goal.
Yeah.
If I watch a Tony DeNaro video and he explains things more on a college level, and then I take what he said and I can break it down and I can make images and I can explain things in more plain English. So if understanding things in a plain English way, yes, I would have to rank myself 6th on the list. Now, what was you going to say?
Oh, so, since you caused some controversy, I just want to throw this out there. Finance news.
No, I don't even click on a finance news video anymore.
No, man.
Because I've never seen such blatant lying headlines or titles to your videos
Bullshit.
than what finance news does.
Dude.
For example, you put in your title, in case you didn't know this, you put in your title AMC,
Right.
so that the YouTube algorithm will pick up that you're making a video concerning AMC.
Mm.
Well, finance news will put AMC at the start of their title. The shorts are covering.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, oh shit. So let me see. I got to see if the shorts are covering. And then you come to find out the shorts are covering in the UK. I mean, it has nothing to do with AMC, And I'm like, that's some clickbait shit. And I watched this fucking 10-minute video for nothing. And it makes you mad when that happens.
I like the ones where they go, AMC going to $60,000 a share, and everybody's like, click, click, click. I'm like, fuck this, man.
Well, see, now, that's one of the things with New York Angelo.
Yeah.
I've seen a couple of his videos. AMC to $6 a share. So you're like, what the fuck's wrong?
Yeah.
So you click on it to see what's wrong. And it's a hypothetical situation.
Smart marketing.
But next video he'll do AMC 100,000.
Yeah.
And you click on it. People believe it's going to go to 100,000. Well, that has nothing to do with it. You didn't add any meat to the plate. But for the most part, he's a news journalist,
Right.
just like Massalorian, just like Thomas James. But the problem with that is they get tied up into the YouTube views and need views because that's how they make money. And so they have to make videos and they have no content. So they come up, John Wick sniping, get the fuck out of here. I can't even believe that devil put that in the chat. I unsubscribed from John Wick sniping, and and he likes me because he's gave me shout outs on his videos and still does today, but he might not now. But I'd slap the fuck out of John Wick sniping. You gonna sit there and say, well, look, I'm gonna have to break this down into 3-minute videos because y'all too fucking stupid to watch a 10-minute video. And I'm like, who the fuck is he talking to? I will slap the fuck out of you, bitch. So I never watched a John Wick sniping after he insulted his subscribers, which I was one of them at the time. So,
hey, what do you think about the whole thing? I don't know if you've heard about this or not, but apparently there's a company that reached out to Adam Aaron about actually going in and pretty much checking that algorithm and seeing how it flows and seeing like the movements of the other end, like the hedge funds and stuff. Have you heard anything about this?
yes, I'm in contact with somebody who is in contact with Wes Christian, I believe his name is, the lawyer.
Right. Yeah.
And Wes Christian has access to a software that can do what you're saying and can not only pinpoint that the fact that there are synthetic shares out there, but who's got them, and meaning which banks have sold them.
Right.
So the last update I had on that was it was going to cost $36,000 to have him get in touch with them and use their program to find the synthetic shares or who's selling synthetic shares. And then we have his fee. And I know Wes is a lawyer, and I know he's been in successful short selling cases in the past and won
many years.
But I'm of the opinion, if you're an ape,
help the community.
You help the community.
Yeah.
You don't charge. Now, I understand you may need the $36,000 to pay for the program to do this.
Right.
But if you're an ape, just like when Al from Boston, when I was trying to get a town hall together, he wanted to charge $4,000 to come speak at the town hall. And I'm like, get you an ape. You're supposed to come speak on our behalf anyway. So that's what I know about that. Now, I just got an email and they want me to promote that to people and to promote their GoFundMe to pay for this.
Mm-hmm.
But I won't do it. I cannot promote something like that because if it becomes a scam, well, now I'm a part of that scam.
Right.
And I don't want, and it may be completely legit. I just don't want to be associated with 2 months down the road to come find out they've stole all our fucking money.
Right. Yeah.
And I believe it's going to play out anyway. It's going to squeeze anyway.
Have you seen Wes Christian's tweet that he did a while back ago? I think it was like maybe a year and a half ago, where he basically broke down how much shares would be worth. Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's
and that's fine, and I agree, and people will donate their money to that cause.
Yeah.
But if you know this, then why aren't you helping the retail community as a whole anyway?
Yeah.
I mean, there's so many of us. We could donate $1. I would donate $1, and we would have a $4 million war chest.
Yep. That's what I've always thought. If you could actually get every single shareholder together to donate $1, like you were saying, shit, man, they'd be fucked.
I remember when they were saying that Cat Striker was we just got a chat bot just popped up.
What is that?
That is not that is I'm trying to get it to turn off. That's a sex site.
Oh.
Advertising, block you from YouTube.
Is that time, huh, man?
Yeah. When you start talking, they just popping up everywhere. They're flooding it now. See, I've hit on something. We've talking about, and I'll go back and I'm gonna watch this video again because see, the bots did not become active until we started talking about Wes Christian and one or two other things. So I'm gonna go back to see if I can spot when these bots started coming up.
There's probably code words.
There's code words. That's right.
Yeah.
And the bots know what the code words are. And when we started talking about Wes Christian, look what happened.
Yeah.
And that's how they work. They don't start popping up until I've got videos where they have comments, and I can have 200 comments, and they're all legitimate comments.
Right.
But I'll do a video on another specific topic, and there's 500 spam comments. So I've learned to recognize, okay, this is setting off this keyword is setting off these bots. So I try to stay away from those words.
I get another question.
I appreciate you, Jake.
I got another question for you. So you know how you were talking about that whole NFT thing with the Highcroft and the AMC? There was somebody that made a point, and I don't know if you hit on this directly, but somebody was saying about what if there's a merger? What if they've got AMC and Highcroft Mining there as one because it's going to merge?
Us?
Yeah.
We own 22% of Highcroft.
Right.
So, for example, let's say they hit gold or silver,
mm-hmm.
and they bring up $100 million worth of gold.
Mm-hmm.
AMC gets 22 million of that. So
yeah, they're going to get a nice little chunk.
Something's going on. I like what one person said, because the key to that tweet was the fact that he called it the AMC Highcroft Black NFT, which one particular person, which you've seen the video, it says he makes the point, black in accounting means you're in the money now, and red means you're in debt. So when he named that black, he was saying that AMC will be in the money or out of debt. And then the guy from New York come out with the Disney thing. But Highcroft, and then in October, we're going to get a gold Highcroft AMC.
Right.
And I'm like, well, see, they talk about, well, AA cannot say anything because of legal issues. Listen, that right there would violate it, because you're telling us there's something going on here to where we're going to go from black to gold.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going out of debt into the black, and then we're going to all be rich, is basically what AA is saying.
Be interesting. It'd be interesting.
All right. Any other questions anybody wants to address real quick? I was hoping we'd get Ape from Wall Street, but not many people were up at 3:30 in the morning. What you wearing? United States of America, freedom? That's a badass shirt. I like that.
Thanks, brother.
All right, well, that's all we got. I appreciate y'all for stopping by. Let's take a look at the chart real quick. We have not moved. It is still down 16 cents. I think, let me switch over here real quick, and I can show y'all what I think we'll be doing. I got to go to Trading View. AMC. And I'll make an interesting point about this algorithm, this bar pattern that I've got here. Oh, shit. Wrong fucking chart. I got to go to my Trading with Emotions chart. I'm going to bring an interesting point. Somebody had a question, and I'm going to answer it real quick, and then I got to go. Boomer's got to take me for a walk. Share the screen. Here is the bars pattern overlay I talk about from July, August, which is we followed, and it's been on target. This is right here. So we should be pushing to around 1681 very soon, which should be today. And then we should have Tuesday should go to 19. Now, is that going to happen? No, the algorithm can stretch itself out because it controls time. It can speed itself up or slow itself down. But this is the pattern, and this is what it's going to do. And it shows here that it's going to run up somewhere around the $60 range, and then we're going to consolidate for a little bit. All right. This, however, what you're looking at is regular trading hour times. This is not pre-market times. What can happen is we could, on this day right here, it could run all the way up to $60 and fall back down into the regular trading hours and show only this candle. It's kind of like what happened with DWAC. DWAC.
DWAC.
Yeah. See DWAC right there?
Yeah.
It shows DWAC at 31, 2045. All right. Is where it closed on the day. See that? But now if I switch over here, to the Moo pre-market chart, because see, TradingView doesn't have as good of a pre-market. Recent ones, 4 hours. Post-market. Look at that post-market candle. See that in the regular, because if I turn off your pre and post-market, that's all you see. But if I turn on my post-market and pre-market, I see that it went up to 32.75 Friday evening after market close. So to have like any brokerage that lets you look at the chart and you can see pre-market, because this what's going to happen. It's going to go. It's going to do that. Bam! It's going to go. Well, in fact, it did. It run up to $33 or $36 not long ago. But we didn't get. Most people didn't get to take advantage of that. Thank God, because it was in the pre-market that it did it. So watching your pre-market charts is going to be very important to the squeeze. And secondly, join the Discord. People want to know, am I going to be live during pre-market, during the squeeze? Yes, I will be in the Discord, which is free. I don't charge for that. I spent 2 hours before the night. This morning, I got up at 12 and we did a 2-hour voice chat in the Discord. Yeah, before I came live. Now, here's the thing. I'm making money off of this, which will probably be about $6. Don't get me wrong. But over on the Discord, I don't make anything. We're just over there because we're family. We're a community. So I encourage everybody to join it. Plus Net Devil, Chris, and now we've increased to 125 people. So I'm happy with that.
Nice.
DWOC. Last thing I'm going to say before that, because people want to know about should they jump in DWOC. I just showed y'all the chart. It ran up to $32 in the post market. All right. It's going to have a pullback. If you're going to get in, if I would get in DWOC, I would wait for the pullback to happen, which means people are going to sell off and take their profits, and then it'll make a rebound up. But I do believe it's going over $100.
You would think they'd cover before it got there.
Well, DWOC's not shorted. It's not a short stop.
No. DWOC. Yeah. Okay. I was talking about. Hold on.
DWOC. The hype behind DWOC is simply because of Trump.
Yeah. I remember that.
That was my point. They want to know, should I buy DWOC? Here's one of the trading rules. You buy the rumor, you sell the news. All right? By that, with DWOC, it would mean there is a rumor Trump is going to run again. And DWOC is starting to show momentum as it's getting closer to him making that announcement. Once the announcement is made, what is that? The news. So it'll run up a little bit more after the announcement, but as far as I'm concerned, I sell the news. It's going to run up to 100. I'm going to sell that. I don't have any, but I would sell at 100 or $98. Because it's going to come crashing back down just like it did before. Because it's a hype.
How long did they freeze that? There was a long freeze on that.
Yes, and that was everybody's first experience that follows AMC.
Mm-hmm.
We've talked about halts, but nobody had seen one. And then when they came out with DWOC and they halted it, that was the first opportunity. We were like, what the fuck? Because there was like 2 or 3 of them that day,
right.
or 4 of them that halted. And I think AMC was one of them. I can't remember what stocks halted.
Yeah, I think you're right. Let me check.
There was about 4 of them that got halted at that time. AMC, GME, DWAC, and something else. But I could be wrong. Don't quote me on that. But
something like that. I think you're right.
I did earlier. Feel free. They won't. Why did they halt it? Oh, because it run up so high.
Mm-hmm.
Why did they halt it? Oh, because it fell. Because it fell 10%. Bullshit. We seen that with AMC. It ran up to $72 and they let it crash all the way to the bottom and never stopped it. when it hit $80. Somewhere around that frame is when they did it.
Yeah, because
Mexican Silverback, I didn't know you was in the house. Okay, we've been going on for 2 hours now, so I need to get running. I need to make some edits to these and get the videos posted. Oh, I'm looking for my notes.
Yeah, it was AMC and GME though. That was halted with DWAT.
No, Tony D did a 2-hour live stream where he talked about the GME stock split dividend. But he started using words that he knew, and the person that was on his live chat, they understood things like par value. Do you understand what par value means? I don't. I got to go look it up. And then when I looked
Yeah.
it up, I'm like, that's par value? So then, but I will have to sit for almost a full day so I can dissect what Tony was saying because I have to go look these words up. I'm not as fluent. I didn't start my YouTube channel because I'm a financial genius. I started my YouTube channel to tell everybody why they took the buy button, and they're still lying to you about why they took the buy button. It's common fucking sense why they took the buy button. They could not sell you no more synthetic shares. They stopped it at that point. They said, stop selling that shit. Stop selling it. Settle what matters have to be settled. Now, if they told you that today, what would your reaction be? Look, we're going to take the buy button. Well, when you take my buy button, you took their sell button.
Mm-hmm.
There's nobody for them to sell to except for each other.
Which they
and
were
what
doing.
are they doing? They're buying the shares that they need to cover. For example, if they got called right now on the carpet and had to buy back 119 million shares, which is what we're short right now, the days to cover is like 2.84. So that means it takes them 3 days, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. That's how long it's going to take them to buy 120 million shares. If they're the only ones buying. See?
Very true. That is
Now,
true.
if you add retail into it, they're trying to buy so they can cover. We're trying to buy so we can strengthen our position. And when we strengthen our position, we're helping them to create. They cannot create a synthetic share without a buyer, people. So if you want to stop the synthetics, you stop buying. But when they took the buy button from you and me, it took the sell button from them. They could not create any more synthetics. They had to settle the matters that were on hand at that point. And if they told me that today, if they called me up and said, "Hey, CSI, we're fixing to stop them from selling synthetic shares," the people's reaction is, "No, I have a right to buy counterfeit synthetic shit if I want to." And I'm like, y'all are the stupidest motherfuckers I've ever seen. They said no more selling counterfeit shares, and Trade and the rest of them went crazy on YouTube. How dare them take that buy button? How dare them take the ability for me to be able to buy counterfeit shares? It was the stupidest argument I've ever seen.
Before you go, I was just going to let you know I was doing some research, and per million for them to cover, it would actually take 10 days per million.
If you and me ain't in it. See, there's a pool.
Yeah.
All right. Think of it like a swimming pool. And if you want to buy, you got to get into the pool. All right. Well, when it's time for them to buy, they're going to have to get into the pool. All right. To buy the shares. They're trying to buy the shares, and at the same time, we're trying to buy the shares, and it lengthens the process. Remove me from the pool to where only Citadel can purchase from whoever is wanting to sell. That's what I'm waiting on. That is what I'm waiting on. If they would have left that fucking buy button turned off in January 28th, if they would have left it off, this motherfucker would have went to the moon because they were so busy trying to buy up the shares. What happened? YouTubers cried, people cried. So they said, fuck it, turn it back on, sell it to them if they want it. I mean, they know there's no real shares there. They know they're not buying real shares, and that's my biggest fucking problem. Is in court they could use that argument. They knew they was buying synthetic shares. That's why I always stress you and me and everybody else that's watching. No, 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 no. When I push that buy button, I expect shares in my account.
Yep.
See, I don't fall into this. Well, is it a real share or is it a synthetic share? It makes no fucking difference. When I push that sell button, the money goes to my account. I don't care if E-Trade has 200 shares of AMC or not. When I push sell, you better have the money to put in my account. See? That's all I've got. What about you? Any last words?
Guess the last thing I'm going to say is I know there's a lot of sympathizers out there when it comes to GME and sympathizers with AMC, but community as a whole is what's going to end this thing, not separation. So we need to come together. When GME popped, the very next day AMC popped. There is no dispute that these are all connected together.
Yes. But I want you to walk away with this, and I want you to think about what I'm about to say.
Yeah.
Do you think AMC and GME, and I'll pull up the comparison chart maybe today and make a video about it, they all run together.
Mm-hmm.
Do you really think that's buying pressure?
No.
That's algorithm.
Mm-hmm.
That's algorithmic high frequency trading going on. And people say, well, they're hiding our buy orders in the dark pool. Okay. Well, what happened Thursday and Friday? What got sent to the dark pool?
Right.
Sell orders. Why? Because the stock went up. So when they need to ping pong it up, they'll send the sell orders to the dark pool. When they need it to go down, they let the sellers in and they send the buy orders to the dark pool. And somebody sent me a video and asked me to take a look at it of the two comparisons of GME and AMC and how they're moving exactly the same. It has nothing to do with whether you buy 100 shares of AMC today or not. And then I buy 100 shares. Remember the experiment that Lou tried where everybody waited till Friday to buy? It had no effect.
Mm-hmm.
There is no such thing as buy or sell pressure. People get mad. Oh, paper hands pushed it down. No. They didn't.
Were you into any of the COVID stocks like the AstraZeneca, Moderna, Pfizer, and all that?
That's how I got started.
Really? Okay.
My very first stock was, I think, Moderna and Johnson & Johnson. No, 3M. You know why I bought 3M?
Why?
They were the ones making the mask.
Oh, that's a good move.
I said, oh, 3M's making the mask for the whole United States. I'm like, get in on that quick. And I made a profit on that. And then I'm like, then the vaccines come out, and I'm like, ooh, I got to jump in on that.
Yep.
So I jumped on Moderna and Johnson & Johnson. And then it all started waning out, and I seen that the economy was going to recover.
Mm-hmm.
So what stock do you think I bought?
Which one?
Recovery plays. Those were pandemic plays. Recovery plays come into action. And which one do you think I bought?
Which one?
AMC.
Oh, that you went straight into AMC from. Oh,
I went into AMC from my pandemic plays. I moved into AMC because I like the stock. I like the company. My very first job was at a movie theater when I was 16. So when I was looking for recovery plays, I come across AMC, and it was $3.12. So I said, fuck it. I'll buy 200 shares of it. And I did.
Nice.
It run up to $7. So I sold. I made 100% profit. I had no idea about a squeeze. It fell back down to 5. And since it looked like a good buy at 5, I jumped back in. I had profits. I put money back into it. And it went from 5 to 12. And I'm thinking I'm a stock market fucking genius. You know, I'm like, hell yeah, this is my second over 100% profit just off AMC. So I sold at 12. I wake up and the motherfucker's 20. And I'm like, what happened? Because stocks correct themselves. And
Right.
AMC didn't correct itself. The next day it was at 20. Then next thing I knew, it was 72.
Mhm.
And I said, what the fuck? Because I had sold. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? So I went to YouTube and I Googled AMC. Because I was just going off charts then. I never even was on YouTube. And then I get over there and I find out Trades, Andrew Mo Money, and a few other ones. And I found out what the squeeze was. And I said, holy shit, we're fixing to all be fucking rich. Because the common sense thing, when people talk about Redbox, I said, Redbox is a good short play.
Right.
Is a good short play. Why? Because the fundamentals of that company is garbage.
Mhm.
Nobody uses DVDs no more. We live stream. I've got Amazon Prime. I've got Tubi. I've got so many streaming things on my TV. I don't even think about a fucking DVD no more. So I think Redbox was a good short.
Mhm.
But when everybody piled in and starts holding, you get a short squeeze. So it's definitely a short squeeze candidate. But it will eventually go bankrupt unless they team up with AMC or somebody.
Look into, before you go, look into, well, not right now, but whenever you get off, um, look into Moderna, I think Pfizer, and I think it's AstraZeneca, I want to say, or Novavax. They actually were following the same algorithms as AMC and Gambling.
Yeah. But see, I had no idea of an algorithm back then.
Oh, okay.
Back
That's interesting.
every single stock on the stock market is manipulated. I
Mhm.
don't give a fuck what the name of it is. Walmart is manipulated. And if you can get in there and learn how to catch them bars patterns, the best person I've ever seen do it is Trading with Emotions. He can run over there, snatch a fucking bars pattern and put it right where it goes every fucking time. And I'm like, man, I wish I was that good. I'd be a trillionaire if I could be that good. But that's it for this morning. I see you. I'll put that comment up there because I wanted to remember to say good morning to I Pete and Kenny's Pool. Why don't you buy Kenny's Pool? Buy Kenny's house. Love y'all. Be blessed. It's time for Boomer and Amy to take me for a walk. And I'll see y'all in the next video. Be blessed.